Armored Core 6.
Armored Core 6.
Armored Core 6, dude.
Armored Core 6.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone. It's Thunder Goose Podcast.
Hey, everyone. Armored Core 6.
Hey, guys, real quick. Before we talk about Armored Core 6, I want to say
Armored Core 6. Pretty good, by the way.
It's, I meant you got to scooch you over a little bit.
Oh, shit. I'm too leany.
Tiny bit.
I'm way too leany on the wrong side.
How
about this? How about that? Is that better?
That's good.
There we go.
Now our knees are touching.
Armored Core 6.
Armored Core 6.
I think it's great.
So, this game...
You beat it.
No, I didn't beat the game.
Oh. Okay, never
yeah,
mind.
you surprised? You surprised that what you saw on my screen wasn't the end?
Yeah.
Me too. I have no idea what the fuck is happening right now. And like the story, I'm just so confused. But it's okay. The game is extremely fun and amazing. Yeah, I think this is the funnest I've had in a video game in a very long time. Like, as in carefree fun, which is insane to say about a From Software game. And even though there's been bosses that have been like somewhat frustrating, like nothing has been not overcomeable.
Yeah. This is a minor. This is not a spoiler. This is a boss in the trailer, but so if you haven't, it's a trailer. This is a spoiler if you haven't seen the trailer.
Seen the trailer, so skip ahead 30 seconds.
In the first chapter of the game, it kind of ends with this boss. It actually doesn't end with the boss. Actually, it's about like a 2/3 into it. There's a boss in it called Baltius, and it's this like suit of armor that flies and shoots a ton of rockets. It might be like one of the most fun boss fights I've played in years. Joel's gonna hate that comment, I think, but I was so completely sucked into that fight.
Yeah, no, it was a super sick fight. I died a lot more times to it than you did, and then, I mean, this is super sick about this game. I feel like I'm never really angry at the game. Like, I think a lot of like Dark Souls and Elden Ring, it's like get good, right? It's always said that get good. So you're kind of like angry at the game when it like cheap shots you a little bit. But I've never felt cheap shotted in this game at all. What I have felt is I'm like, fuck, I'm doing something wrong. Like, I am using my mech wrongly in this fight. And I think that has been very, very cool. Like, it's made my experience of the game like way more fun. Yeah. Because like I'm not like sitting there pissed off. Like, even losing that dude. I mean, I was getting tired of it, which was kind of like, all right, fuck this shit. I'm gonna change, instead of like, because like the old Dark Souls habit is, no, you keep one thing and then that's it, and you like, like you have the sword you want, the shield you want, whatever, and you just do the thing.
Because Dark Souls in those games, you kind of have to invest in a build. You can't just move stuff around.
Correct.
In this game, you need to move stuff around.
Yeah, and you can save like ACs, so you don't have. You can even just load your own presets out, which is what I've been doing a lot. I have things for each different occasion if I really want to.
Yeah,
it's super sick. Like, I love it. I don't really use anything other than my insanely sexy tank build. I even like tried putting up like better weapons on it, and I feel like it does worse than the older weapons that I have, just because I'm so used to like how to use them.
You've mastered how to use them. Yeah, you know the reloads, you know the you know the timings, you know the distances. Yeah, that's how. So at some point, when I was playing on Saturday, so I haven't played in a few days, but I was kind of going for like a very quick dashy build that was more grounded, which I don't think is really a great play style overall now, after hearing some stuff online about that like, more jumping if you're doing that kind of stuff. But like you can do what I'm doing and probably be fine, I think, in the grand scheme of things. But I want to be able to go on the ground like, and zigzagging around like in a line. And I was dual shotgunning for a long time with just missiles on my back to help kind of jump stagger up, because the shotguns that I had, which were the only shotguns I could get, the point were 1 round shotgun, like a 2-second reload, 1 round, and so you just pop them off at once, and it would just stagger the living crap out of things,
Yeah, dude. It's awesome.
And you could just dodge out. And so by the point of the game where I am right now, I can do about 7 dodges without running out of energy, and I have a pretty high recharge rate. So
that's sick. That's good.
Yeah, so I'm liking that part.
I just got a new upgrade for my tank build that I can dodge like 5 times in the sky. It's like made the world of difference, and I'm in a huge tank, so dude, I'm just like it's like changed the game for me.
I want to try a tetrapod next.
Well, dude, that's what Seth's brother was talking to me about. He was saying like you should try instead of, because I'm like I don't really like the mechanics of the tank at all, but it is the beefiest thing, and it really does help me do what I want to do.
Which is steamroll things. You want to go in reckless and like run over people and kill them.
Well, yeah. So I just go in and I get up as close as I can with my explosions, because explosions of your own don't hurt you in this game, which is fine with me. So like I just get as close as I can, shoot the things, get them stunned, use my one that does the most damage, and then X out of there. So I have like this like run in gun, kind of get out move, and then run in gun. So it's perfect for that.
Yeah, I'm
driving around, it's like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck.
Well, like learning how to drift with it right, and like I don't ever do that. And so
I don't even do that. Yeah, you don't need to do that to beat the game.
No, but I think to be truly excellent at it, and to be able to like to take that online, and showcase it and like actually be dominant online. I think you're gonna have to.
Have you played any more of it? So I've played twice. I haven't played any singles. I've been trying to, but I've played teams. Fun.
I think it is. I just played it when I was in chapter 2. You do not do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't play online until after you beat the game, at least, probably.
I would say probably don't play online until after New Game Plus, because I got Shriggity Shrek'd, and I got to see a lot of weapons that I don't have, and I was like, what the fuck is that thing? And then it just goes and like almost one shots.
Yeah. So like I went in there and I only lost.
But I still had fun. So honestly, like I was like, the team thing is great because you never stop. You don't die. You keep going. You respawn.
It's a timer-based
So I like that. I think that's very fun. And then I haven't played the one-on-ones. I've been wanting to. I tried to get in some lobbies today, but they were all full, or there just wasn't that many of the singles. But I probably will lose every single one. But I'm like very, very curious, because the arena is truly my favorite part of this game so far. And so I think being able to experience that more would be nice, even against people, even if they beat me. Like it's just I like that experience of a 1v1.
I'm excited to invest more into that, but I'm also excited just to like understand the stats in the game better and like the feeling of a game better. I just feel like I don't
know shit about the stats.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm trying to figure out still. Is like I just now figured out the direction of the bars. So
that's what's up.
But I've only played it for a handful of hours. I saw a Gundam build online, and I was very happy, and I kind of want to do a Gundam now.
There you go.
Like someone made like basically the Gundam from like Gundam.
Yeah, well, you can take it, so you can download as long as you own all the weapons and the parts. If they have a code on it, you can. That's like the thing that they've done. Where when it says download, I was very confused. I still haven't been able to do it because I tried to do it on some ones, but they were from a different country, and I think it spelled things wrong because it wouldn't load, or maybe they took it offline. I don't know.
Gotcha.
But that's just what it does. Is it has a code below it, and so it says, "Hey, what's the server ID number?" You put that in, and then I think it might ask for the model number if they have more than one, like design or something, and then you can just put it in, and should just. Boop,
that's so cool.
And then you get to use it, and as long as you have the parts, you can build it.
Cool. I'm excited for that stuff too. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's sick,
cool.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Big ups to it. I think it deserves all the praise it's getting. I
think it's a worthy. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like
I've heard people return to form.
People have stopped also kind of just like playing Baldur's Gate. It's not like everyone. I'm just saying like people who are very interested in this. It's been interesting to see people like even Seth's brother, who's like all about Baldur's Gate. And like he saw me because he's like, yeah, I'm probably not even gonna play it or buy it. And then he saw, I don't know if he saw me, but he definitely, when we were talking about it, and I was telling him how fun it was, and like it's like you should just get it.
Yeah.
And then I saw he had like 11 hours like from the last weekend. I'm like, oh yeah, baby. And
cool.
So I was like, yeah, like.
And he likes it?
He loves it. Yeah.
Cool.
We were talking about how cool it was today.
I think it's some of the coolest action you're ever going to see in a game.
It's the coolest action in the game.
The Baltius fight that I was talking about earlier was such a moment of elation.
Dude, there's more. Oh so since I'm way further than you, you're about to get to some shit where you're just like, whoa.
I'm excited.
Dude, it's like, seriously, I've been so impressed, so happy. There has not been one boss or one even section okay, hold on. There's now been one boss that is.
You hated that section you texted me about.
I really hated the section. I can't remember what chapter it is. I think maybe it's 2 or 3. But you pretty much it's a minute and a half mission. It's very small. So let's go out, clear some enemies.
Yeah.
Chapter 2. And my tank wasn't upgraded to what it is now, so I had very small thrusters. You could barely do anything, and it was very heavy. So you had to jump from one spot to the next while you're getting shot with missiles that like make you get stun locked. So I'm like get stun locked, and then I would fall.
The whole thing is connected.
Nah, dog.
It's just a long path. I didn't
want to do that. I did not want to go down a fucking long path. I was just trying to get the job done. Okay. And as soon as I changed my mech, guess what? Did it in a minute and a half, and it was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But I had to restart my game 8 or 9 times because you fall, and then usually when you fall, it goes, haha, you're dead. Go back to the top with half your health. This time there's a floor on the bottom and you hit it and then you have to go like 2,000 feet back up. And I'm like, it's quicker to restart the game than to do that. So I'm like, fuck.
Especially with your shitty tank. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's me. That's not the game. The game wasn't bad. My build was bad for that. So that's on me. Again, this is the first From Software game legitimately where I'm like, it's not them being a son of a bitch. It's me.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it so far. Dude, there was a boss. I don't know, man. So I haven't fucking crazy.
I haven't beat the game yet, and I don't know if there's any of that Fell Twins bullshit or that stupid blood apostle, Godskin noble apostle, whatever bullshit.
Well, I don't think it's gonna be that.
Yeah,
this game is too.
It's too tight.
It's too tight.
It's very tight. It's very focused. Yeah,
and honestly, like, the hard thing to do about mech games, it's like, oh, it's like same fight. Well, like every fight's kind of the same fight because they're all mechs. So
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's just like your build. So that's really what it comes down to. And then like the bosses, they have made some fucking sick bosses, by the way.
In this game?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Baltius is my highlight. Baltius got
There's
me on
another
one
I think you'll dig.
Yeah.
A lot. Actually.
I think the way you're dodging through missiles when Baltius is shooting them at you, it's just. It is exhilarating. It's so cool, and the music is literally perfect. I've listened to that soundtrack.
The soundtrack is
so many times.
So good for this game.
Yeah, it's like a really impressive soundtrack.
It's like top tier.
It's gonna be on my top 5 of the year.
Yeah, it has to be.
Which doesn't usually have video game soundtracks on it, although it probably should, to be honest. But yeah,
probably should actually. Yeah.
All I have to say, big thumbs up from us. We're big fans. Thank you From Software. It's been a great introduction to the series. I don't
sponsor us.
Joel and I weren't really Armored Core fans.
No, this is our first Armored Core game. Yeah. I probably won't go back and play the other ones because the controls are already hurting my fingers to play a lot, which I like it. I mean, I enjoy this. But,
a lot of finger action.
I've heard that it's even way worse than the old games. Not interested.
Yeah, I own the first.
This is good. This is a good step in the right direction.
Yeah, I own the first 2, but I think
like I'll watch someone play them online. I don't give a shit, but I don't even play it.
I'll probably collect them more than I'll play them, to be honest. So. That being said, we got some other stuff to talk about, and that would be anime. Right, Joel?
Boo! Yes.
JJK
is gone.
We'll finally resume next episode. Not this episode. Though.
I thought it was this episode, so I was super disappointed.
Yes, but we will be next episode at least.
It will be the next episode,
and then we'll start off hopefully fast, so it gets us right into the game. You know, that's what I'm hoping for.
I mean, it has to be.
Yep.
It's not long enough.
Is it just a regular 24-minute episode?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over these like hour and a half long first episode.
Give it to me, please. I want all of it. As if it's the same quality of animation as
I guess it's like the movies.
If it as Hidden Inventory.
Oh yeah.
Which is better than the movie, I feel like.
Yeah, but, that was better than the movie.
But I mean, they're both insanely impressive, right? I mean, the entire show is actually really impressively animated, but it'll be back next week. So this week again is just Zom 100 and Bleach. Really is what we're talking about. We can start with Zom 100.
We can.
Sounds about right to me.
That's what we do here at Thunder Goose Podcast. That's
right. Do you want?
That's right.
That's right. This is an episode called RV of the Dead.
RV of the Dead.
Yep. I will summarize this one briefly because.
What? Not enough happens for you?
No, it's. I'll have my own critiques for you.
Nothing will happen.
I want to talk about this one outside the episode a little bit too after I summarize it. But okay, so Akira, Kencho, and Shizuka is her name. They actually end up teaming up now together because they're trying to find like a good vehicle to travel in. Because earlier, Akira and Kencho realized that this is not the place to stay anymore. We are done with this city.
No more water, no more power. Time to go.
We got to go. We're leaving. So they're leaving. They drive. They get road spiked because the road's been trapped. It turns out it is literally, like seriously, literally Akira's old boss who is running, I think, a labor camp essentially.
Yeah.
Which is just a weird thing, but it is what he is doing, and he somehow ropes Akira into serving him, because what ends up happening is somehow Kencho also got a motorcycle and was riding a motorcycle, and they both got spike stripped, and Kencho crashed, and he was not in good shape. So
true.
That's how he ended up getting.
That's how they're there. Yep. And now he's realizing he's stuck at his old job again. And episode ends.
And that's the torment. And then I think it's like, So a few things about this. We had last week off. I don't know if you felt this way, but I felt like there was a noticeable dip in animation quality, music quality, and basically anything else besides voice acting.
I'm curious if I want to see the numbers, but I'm like curious if this is like bombing.
I don't know. I honestly wonder what's going on. I haven't looked that much into it. All I looked on was online, and some people talked about like, hey, this is a bit of a weird direction for it to go, and I think it's consistent with the manga. It started off
super strong, and I do feel like it's been going a little downhill, especially the animation.
Yeah, well, this episode is the first dip in animation I've seen the entire series, so I think the series has otherwise been impeccable. I don't know if this is going to be consistent, but it's just from this is episode 6. If we had 5 episodes of straight fire animation, right?
Yeah,
like it never not looked good.
The shark was cool.
I mean, the shark was animated beautifully. Everything in this has been animated beautifully. And then this episode was a lot of still shots and a lot of stiff animations.
Yeah.
And like cut frame animations, so you could see them like glitching. Like not glitching, but like, actually framing.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is not what I've come to expect from this,
And also with the time skip or the time jump. Like, we've had like multiple weeks now.
Yeah. So it just this felt a lower quality of a production. And maybe I'm not here to critique and say that makes this bad. It was very noticeable to me.
No, it was noticeable to me too. I genuinely thought that I don't know. I mean, like this episode felt weird. Also felt like it took way too long because in the manga it wasn't like that. It's like you're just going, okay, cool. They're looking at a few different ones. Okay, cool. Zombies are coming. Okay, they're all driving away together, and then this happens. And even this, I'm like, dude, what the fuck is happening? The fact that you made an entire episode out of just like a page of manga fucking makes me mad.
I think what really, and I kind of alluded to it earlier, but this is the exact struggle our main character overcame in the very first episode when he pushes his boss out the window and says, and officially like quits his job, right?
Right.
And now we're just retreading the same exact issue, but with friends.
Right.
And granted, it's a weird scenario, but I don't really care to relive it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's,
I mean, again, we shouldn't be here for super long. This is, I'll be completely honest. Maybe a little spoiler. This is nothing.
Yeah.
This is literally right where I read past. Like, again, finding the samurai girl who's in the fucking, intro is like pretty much after they found her and they do one thing as like kind of where I fell off. And I am fucking pissed and shocked that we haven't even got to her yet. She should have been in the 4th episode and we should have been getting going because that's how fast the manga is. And it is crazy how long it has taken to get anywhere. So
it makes me a little sad. I think I felt a little bit of the drop off last week, but this is just like, not last week, before.
Unacceptable. No, just kidding.
You know what I mean? Because like last episode that we talked about, which I think was 2 weeks ago, I was kind of like,
We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I was like, but I just love the shark. I think they spent a lot of time on that shark.
They did. It looked beautiful. So this episode,
get a room with
I really wasn't a fan of, to be totally honest. If I'm going to talk about that, I think that his boss running a labor camp is.
I thought he killed his boss.
No, he killed his boss's boss, the guy that was molesting the girl he loved.
That's right.
The other dark thing about no, I shouldn't say molesting. Well, actually, I'll say sexually assaulting because that's really what it was, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, he was sexually assaulting her. That's what it was. Let's call it what it is. It's it was a boss taking advantage of his employee, and that was the guy he killed. and that was the guy that was in charge of this guy.
Got it.
And that being said, how did this guy survive? Like, it's just, this is just an issue. Like, you thought the whole point of the show,
get those
the whole point of the show was like he finally moved past it, and now he gets to re-experience life, you know. And
but
now
you know how he got past it?
By quitting and pushing his boss out the window.
True, but he did it during again, everyone was zombies. So this is the first time that he'll have to take what he's already lived and then do it in reality.
Yeah, maybe. I think I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one also about this.
I'm not sure.
If you're using zombies as labor, I don't think there's anything wrong with using zombies as labor, I guess.
Yeah.
It's really convenient.
Yeah.
And like they're dead already, right?
Yeah.
Unless you believe in like, I don't know, like the soul and it's still sure, maybe there's your issue, but like, or maybe there's your qualm. But like otherwise this is like keeps everyone who's alive healthier.
Yeah.
And like safer if you can use these guys for labor, you know?
100%.
I feel like I don't have a qualm with that. But I think the show does, so
I guess.
Yeah. Other than that, anything you want to talk about?
This episode was very dumb and boring. It was very funny and goofy, which again, I like. I don't mind that. I got a few laughs, and kind of just like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
When they were like so cutesy with it a lot, when they were doing the RV, the whole RV bit, and that's like what made it take a long time. I
think the RV bit was like the only bit I think I really enjoyed, but it also felt like the cheapest produced bit because they would open RVs that were very tiny. And then it would cut to a frame and like dark inside. And then it would cut to a frame of a shiny palace like room.
Yeah.
And then it would cut out of it. And you'd see the same old boring RV. Like, and then I was like, that's not remotely well done at all. That's a horrible job, guys.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I also didn't mind that part though, because it was. You know,
it's funny.
At some point you realize, there might be issues going on here deeper than we understand, and that's not for me to just. Hey, your shit stinks. Don't you know that? You know?
Right. So yeah, we have no idea what's going on with the studio or anything like that.
That being said,
I'm kind of frustrated that I thought we were literally gonna. I pretty much thought like it was gonna be very quickly that they'd get through these next bits, and the fact that it's not. And if I don't even know what next episode's going to be.
What chapters is in the manga?
I don't know, but this has to be like 7 or 8 or something crazy.
We're doing a chapter an episode.
I think we have to be. I gotta look it up, but I'm pretty sure sometimes it feels like that.
I'm glad Bleach exists sometimes because they seem to crush like 4 to 5 chapters an episode, and One Piece doesn't do that. One Piece does like a chapter an episode, and it's like
dude,
yeah, it's a lot. I would want to rate this. Probably give it a 6. 5.5, I think 5.5 actually.
Ooh, hater, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to judge the team at all. It's just as a product, this is a pretty rough episode, I think.
No, I was gonna give it a 6.5 or a 7, like between there.
Yeah, I showcased my distaste for this show a couple weeks ago, but this is just like not for me.
Mm-hmm.
This is a show that's like. And it could have been. I think honestly, if the first 2 episodes were an indication of it, where I thought there was gonna be a deeper like
a deeper meaning,
more than like a one-off adventure every time, with like some slight progression. Right? Not saying there's no progression. Obviously, like Shizuka's been out of the party, but I thought this was gonna be moving at a faster pace than this. You know? Yeah. This is certainly not it.
Yeah, it's just too slow. It's really too slow for what the manga is. So I don't know. I don't know why they're doing that.
And I think this is the episode where the style didn't really show up either.
Yeah.
There wasn't much style at all in this episode. This one felt because of all the colors of the camp, right? And the truck stop. What?
Isn't this Netflix's anime?
I think so. I think they're doing the distribution.
No, I feel like they have a studio.
All I know is they're doing distribution. They might be doing the studio.
I don't know shit about Netflix.
Don't
at me. Or you can. You can say, hey, Joel, they actually don't have a studio.
Anyways.
You're a fucking idiot.
We that's it. Yeah, 5.5.
5.5. Give it a 5.5.
What do you want to give it?
I'll give it 6.5.
Say it one more time.
Oh, is that what?
Say it one more time.
7.5.
7.5.
6.5.
6.5.
6.5.
Okay. We're going to move on to our next episode of anime.
6.5.
6.5. Armored Core 6.
Bleach.
And now we have Bleach. Yeah.
Finally, a good anime that kind of sucks this week.
That's your opinion. Bleach the Headless Star. Okay, let's talk about this episode, Joel.
Yeah.
How do we start this episode? We start off with probably one of my least favorite moments in the manga. And essentially this is called the beatdown of Kenpachi that makes no sense.
Why does it not make sense? After watching this, I want to know why you think it doesn't make sense.
I don't think those 4 Sternritter are anywhere near the level of Grammy.
But look at but there's 4v1, and then on top of that, Kenpachi literally coughs up blood and says, "Fuck, that dude must have messed my insides up before." So he's legitimately injured. They'd say that.
Still has his eye patch.
He's exhausted. He still has his eye patch. You're not wrong on that.
He's taken more damage from Neutra.
But is he saving it for? Because is this is something that I felt during this?
He looked like he was gonna die.
He does not look like he's gonna die, and he does not even. He just gets beaten up, and it's almost like he just doesn't care. I think this is what I'm feeling. He's either slightly in shock that he's realizing his captain is missing and is maybe alluding to something else. On top of that, he almost has like this who gives a fuck attitude, because especially when Ichigo's like, "I'm here to," because Ichigo shows up to save him from these girls beating him up.
Kenpachi goes, "Who thought you would be the one to save me?" or something like that.
Yeah, but he just opens his eyes and he just smiles, and then when he's just like, but he says like, he's like, care about yourself,
worry about yourself.
Or worry about yourself.
Yeah.
And then, like, I just feel like he just, like, didn't care, because all he'd have to do is be like, blah, and then game over.
That's exactly why I think it's lame.
Man.
Because it didn't need to be like the, I mean.
So do you want him to rip his eye patch off for those weaklings? He didn't want to do that.
I just want him to probably, I want there to have been a better way.
He'd rather die than
I want there to be a better way for Ichigo to show off his powers.
Then beat up 4 women?
No, well then just like
also,
do a fight
I think
that
that's
doesn't matter.
What y'all's problem, Bleach fans, is that 4 women beat up Kenpachi, the strongest guy. Guess what? He's not immortal, motherfuckers. He's just a dude. He's a buff dude. If he's immortal, the show would be called whatever the fuck his name is. Kenpachi. I just forgot for half a second.
Kenpachi.
This wouldn't be called Bleach.
This is a quick aside,
Why is it
but
called Bleach?
there are 2 light novels. I think there's actually another one, but there's a light novel all about the 8th Kenpachi.
And that's this guy?
It's the one before Zaraki. And it's very fascinating, but it's just about, it talks about 3 different Kenpachis in it with its story, and like just hearing about how, because become what happens, how do you become new Kenpachi?
Yeah.
Right? You have to kill the other ones. Okay, so this is how Kenpachi Zaraki took down the previous Kenpachi officially. It's a much more complicated story than that, and there is like an overlap technically, but yes, it's a very, very, very cool thing about Kenpachi. But I will say that there is no world where I can believe that Zaraki's defeat had anything to do than for a story purpose. Okay.
I know where the fuck you were going until
I don't need to. I was just riff-raffing.
I was like, what?
Sometimes I do like Michael Scott. I start a thought and I have no idea where I'm going.
What are you talking about?
I just know. I also just want to say, like, I Can't Feel Your Own Heart, I think is what it's called, but like it's a really good light novel. Anyways, so yeah, I don't really care. I think Zaraki's beatdown's just not well done.
Look,
it's a way to get another character. It's a way to introduce a new plot point.
You show off 4. So this is something I'll say. I don't have a problem with this in the manga. I do have a problem with this in the anime, because the anime I felt like something pretty long, and they've been doing a good job at this until this episode to me. And then they just went like, let's spread out this fight. And like the girls are like Sailor Moon characters. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, Bleach isn't like this. And that when I was reading these characters,
Bleach is exactly like that.
No way.
That's literally like Wako Mundo. The girls in Wako Mundo that get murdered by Grimjaw.
Yeah.
It's just like that. Or it's the girls that serve Hollybell.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is exactly the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
It is Bleach.
No, I know it's Bleach.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this is done in a Sailor Moon way, where the other ones don't feel like that. They're like, here's my power. Pew pew heart.
I mean, they're distinctive personality. Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, my thing. And so that's when I was like, they're making it kind of look stupid, where I feel like the manga, it had a more serious tone because of maybe the black and white thing and the way that it was shaded and all this stuff. It just felt way more serious than this felt like baby cutesy thing. And I was like, well, now you're making Kenpachi look like a bitch. Whereas in the manga, I felt like they were a little bit more ferocious, because I'll be honest, like, again, I don't know if it is like 4 women beating up one of the strongest, coolest dudes, if that's like a problem, but I love like a key got kill and stuff like that. So I'm like pretty used to like just badass, I don't know, like women like that.
I don't have an issue that's 4 women at all. That's not what I'm current.
I know, not you.
What I am saying is these are not even like the like high level of Stern Ritter.
But it is
like
4-on-1 though.
It doesn't matter. It's
and then
Kenpachi's
everyone
Rocky.
else shows up. So
yeah, it feels like it's a way to introduce more people.
I guess what they should have done for sure is just have every single person take shots at him. That would have been kind of cool.
Maybe. All I am saying though is that these people are not like classed in power the same way even Bambi was. I think. Which was the girl that got decimated by. She was I can't remember what her thing was, but also a couple corrections from last week. I'm so sorry, guys. A is Yuhabaha, right? B is Hashbal. Should have got that. Bazby is not B, which doesn't make sense that much, but he's not. I can't remember what letter he is, but he's not B. Yeah, sorry about that.
Probably H.
Might be. Burner finger boy, you know.
He's G.
He might be a G. I don't know.
He is G. He literally introduced himself as whatever his name starts with G.
Bazby.
Yeah, it's GZ. It's GB.
I don't know where you're even going with that one now. I just wanted to say that quick correction. My apologies on that one. That's all. I messed that one. Got the wording wrong.
Fucking dumbass.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, these because one of those girls is the Z.
Yeah, but remember we talked about this last time too.
Yeah.
It doesn't ring power.
Yeah,
we don't know. One of the girls literally was a dumbbell person who punched Kenpachi through a wall. Guys, we live in this motherfucker's world. We live in Toby's world. Shut the fuck up.
Who's Toby?
It's not Toby?
You mean the artist?
The author?
Kobe? Kiba? Oh.
Is it Kobe or Toby?
No.
Am I saying it wrong?
Kubo. Jeez,
Kubo.
Man. Ugh, that was really hard for me.
Said
Sorry,
it
guys. Kubo. Tite Kubo. Yeah.
Okay, so
Kubo's
that's
world.
Tito. Okay.
Tite. Yeah. It's
so we live in his world. He made this story, and guess what? You don't know how strong this person is. You're just assuming because they're cute and dumb that they're not strong. So she literally punches him through a whole fucking wall, and we're like, that shouldn't happen.
The manga describes a better hierarchy than it does. So
yeah,
de facto, they aren't as strong as some of the other ones.
No, I know they're not as strong as the other ones, but he just fought an insane battle.
Yes,
got fucked up, and then 4 people who are strong, maybe not the strongest, team up on him, and so then it's like, okay, yeah, like they just kind of beat him up. He isn't even putting up a fight.
Exactly.
So to me, it feels intentional, and I, as a reader and viewer, trust that Kenpachi is not being beaten up by anybody, but that he is letting himself be beaten up and, in a sense, be saved, because he honestly is just resting. He's just getting his ass beat and he's resting.
I think he was about to die and got rescued by Ichigo.
I don't think so.
I mean,
that's not how I see it.
That's
I see how when they talk, I literally read it as, you know, I was about to call him Naruto. That's fucking hilarious. As Ichigo he's standing above him, and they're just having like this thing where he's like, I just saved you. Like, it's almost like tongue in cheek, where he's just like, I came, and he's just like, I knew you were coming, bitch.
It's a very much a callback to when Kenpachi saved Ichigo from Noitra.
Yeah.
A lot of this feels like a callback to that fight.
That's fair.
At least the last one does, but like that call and response right there. And it's the same way that like other fights for future characters will do a lot of callbacks to like older
fights.
Yeah, and I don't want to say anything else.
Look, I'll just say this. I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't have a problem with that. What I had a problem with the rest of the episode.
Yeah,
I mean, felt like,
I will tell you this: they cut out a lot of fluff from the manga to get this be this quick. I think there are 5 chapters run through in this one episode.
Maybe that's why I didn't like it. It just
the fights are longer in the manga, but the fights, Ichigo never fights back except for the 2 times he does in this episode, which like he does cast Getsuga Tensho to cancel a move out. So dope. The new Getsuga Tensho.
Yeah.
But then Getsuga Jujishiro, or whatever it is.
Don't even look at me.
So
you know
cool.
Who I'm talking about.
So cool. It just doesn't make sense how it just blew an arm off.
Why?
Unless just because it was an explosion and it just went to the arm.
It goes explosion and then she moved out of the way except for one of the explosions.
Yeah, I just feel like there was a little
fucking baka.
I do like that she can get regenerated though. That's kind of cool.
I mean, that was a cool power.
That girl's power, yeah.
Look, I'll be honest. I actually almost liked every single power except for the girl with the face. But I kind of like Akimi got killed, and that was a power of like one of the chicks in that. And so I was just like, okay. Like I've seen that before. It's kind of cool.
So some of the stronger ones. So like Masked and Masculine, Superstar.
Fuck Superstar. He's not powerful.
He's pretty buff.
No.
He's pretty buff when it comes down to it. As Not's pretty buff when he comes down to it too.
No.
Okay.
He's not buff, dude. He's like, I feel like he's the worst.
As Not?
Yes.
No way. He's not.
He's
the
worse
worst
than these girls for sure.
You got to look up more information on these guys
now,
before just making quick assumptions.
Well,
dude.
how is there more information? People are just making shit up.
No. There's a lot of information in the manga. There's a lot of information in the light novels. There's a lot more interviews. There's plenty of information out there about this.
Well, guess what? Show me a tier list. I bet he's on the bottom. I bet he's not on the top.
No, I think the bottom will probably be some of the Iran car that got murdered by you. I wonder who the weakest Sternritter would be. But it actually probably one of the ones that Zaraki killed in the very beginning.
But
before he even fought Unohana Retsu.
I mean, yeah.
Because there were 3 of them. And like this was when Zaraki lost to the clone of Yuhabaha. Actually, that's not big fair. Because the clone of Yuhabaha is apparently pretty high ranked too.
But he wasn't even highest ranked. Yeah, I don't know. Bro.
He just got killed by Yamamoto. And you got to remember that Yamamoto probably could have one-shot all of the Sternritter besides Yuhabaha. I'm not even joking. I think Yamamoto could have floored everyone, even like the top 5 or whatever it is. You know, the Schutzwaffel, whatever it's called. What are they called? The top 5 in that?
It's called Waffle House.
No, whatever. Like even like I think that Yama would have floored everyone except for Yuhabaha.
I don't know, man.
And the only reason Yuhabaha won because he tricked them.
You got tricked.
There's a moment I think if oh man, I really wanted to see Yamaji fight other people, dude. That'd be so cool to see him.
Who's
fight.
Yamaji? Sorry,
Yamamoto. Genryusai, the head captain, got cut down the.
Oh yeah.
The guy, the burner guy that got killed in the first season. I also want to say that I firmly believe this will be a 3-core thing, not a 4-core thing.
You think it's just going that fast?
Yeah, I do. And I'll explain my reasoning before that after we're done. But
because you fucking read it online.
Well, because it's just it's a spoiler-filled thing. I think our episode. Yeah. So if we want to finish out real quick, because I think it's a fine episode.
Yeah, it was good,
but it's a transition episode.
Yeah, it's just a transition.
The main part of this is Ichigo comes down to rescue, basically just dodges the entire time because he doesn't want to kill these girls. Because quite honestly, if he did fight back, he'd probably eliminate them in a second.
Right.
Given the fact that I think he casually...
Can I say something that is my beef with this story.
He should have. But
Ichigo's time to save everyone else besides Kenpachi. All you got to do is all these people are gone, and then I'm gonna go fight the main bad boy.
Yeah, I will say that Ichigo's never been one to kill people that he's too like that are.
I know.
Yeah, he's never been that guy, you know. But and like it makes
fuck him later.
But that's why he felt so bad when he casually uses his first technique, and he's like, "No, just dodge, dude." You know,
he's like, "Dodge it."
I love that bit of it.
That is kind of fun.
But the main thing is that Yuhabaha has been waiting for this moment because Yuhabaha's whole goal was to enter the Soul Palace, and so Hashwalt, Uryu, and Yuhabaha take this chance to go up, and this is also when Ichigo finally confronts Uryu. So
they give each other a little kiss with arrows.
Yeah.
And then Ichigo just goes.
So yeah, Ichigo does get away from all the combatants because
the B squad shows up.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. That's the exact. I was like, oh great, you brought the people that have already lost. Okay, we're good. But it shows Ikaku again,
and they're gonna kick everyone's ass. Now I will say this: if you motherfuckers spend a lot of time on those fights to just like stretch your thing, I'll fuck you up. I don't fuck you guys up.
But
don't do that.
This is all set up.
Manga didn't do that. You don't do that.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. You see Yumi Chika.
Spoil it. I don't remember what happened. I'm just saying.
You see Yumi Chika and you see Ikaku, and you're like, oh great. People can lose more. I didn't know that. You know, I thought these guys had lost enough already. But
yeah, we like some of them. I like some of them.
Yeah. So
I like Baldy. I can't remember his name.
Who?
The bald guy.
Ikaku. Yeah. Well, I like it when I like his Bankai a lot.
Yeah, his Bankai is
Hozuki.
And his bald head reminds me of Saitama.
I want more of that. Where the hell is that season 3?
I don't know, but I've been reading it. It's fucking great.
This episode, I give it an 8 out of 10.
I will also give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah. It's doing what's got to do.
Very good episode, but also wasn't super impressed with it.
I'm glad it cut most of the fluff out, but I didn't like this bit in the manga. I'm not the biggest fan of this bit in the anime, but it is better than it is in the manga. That's my opinion, because I don't really think anything that happened in the manga that they cut out was really relevant beyond being chapter fluff.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm with you on that. Some of it's all right. It's like some action between talking about like the girl with the lightning blades on her back, like her ability a little bit. But that's
like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere.
I'll be honest, like, who cares?
Exactly. So it's the same way, like,
I don't care if you're gonna kill these people like super fast. I do not give a shit how their power works. Okay, just don't fucking bore me.
Yeah. So I rating it at 8, I think is fine. It's not gonna piss anyone off, I think, too much, but
it might piss your pants.
I do want to say that I believe that we are semi-confirmed that Nozarashi's because it's never really outwardly stated in the manga, but you're supposed to basically infer. But Nozarashi's ability is it can cut through anything, so they kind of confirmed this in a developer like interview outside. But when Kenpachi cuts through space to hit Gremmy, he is cutting through space. He's cutting from another dimension to this dimension. It is it's like a miniature-sized galaxy that he shoves Kenpachi in. And Kenpachi is able to cut through it back into reality.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and that's why he's able to cut a meteor with ease.
And that's why you guys are all mad that he got beat up by 4 girls.
I think the stark differential. Again, it's not gender based to me. I don't know why.
Sure, it would be. But what other person besides literally the person who he fought? That's the only other woman I could even imagine going up against him in my head and winning.
And winning? I don't think there's anyone that can go against Kenpachi. I don't think anyone can beat Kenpachi if he gets a true one-on-one with him. I don't even know.
I think he's untouchable.
I think in this anime, I think the only person who could truly go up against him right now is Yhwach. If we're going to treat him truly as he is right now. I think it's possible that maybe some of the Schutzstaffel can like slow him down, but I don't. Given the fact of what Kenpachi is and like all the information we have about him, he got like
really skinny again.
Yeah, I mean they've.
So then I'm like, is that?
I don't like that they've done that. They just redesigned him over and over again. They've just made him.
But I felt like he wasn't like that in the fight. He
just had Neutris fight too, which he was like, or he was ripped in that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I think that they are implying they're trying to show you guys, hey, he's fucked up. That's what they're doing.
Sure, he's been messed up worse.
That's all. Says who? You don't know that.
Yeah, I've seen him with his head almost cut off. That's what happens with Neutra. He almost cuts his head off.
Not as bad. Is your insides getting exploded like he just talked about?
There were no visible. I mean, yeah, that's bad. Guess what? He also had his side cut open. His neck cut open.
Hypothetical.
He was like
because it's not written out in a way.
He had a literal hand shot through his stomach.
Mm-hmm. And he was fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Psych with healing, you dummy.
After he was fine, he still went on to kill this guy and fight during all that.
Yeah,
but that's all I'm saying. It's not unique to me either. This is a problem in the fan base.
No, I know. A lot of people don't like it.
Yeah, there are
a lot of fucking little bitches.
It's just there. It's not.
No, I get it. I get the issues.
So, but regardless, 8 out of 10. Still good.
8 out of 10. And you heard it here.
Absolutely,
you stupid son of a bitch.
It's absolutely the anime of the week. It is. I don't know how much longer it's going to have that chance because I think Shibuya is going to steal our hearts.
JJK is going to come back in number 1.
We'll
see.
All
know it's true.
Yep. Thanks for checking in, guys. That's really all we got for the day.
We love you. Rate, follow, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. We do streaming Tuesdays.
We are hoping to. We can't really talk about this whether or not. So, A, thank you for watching us finish Dead Space, or B, tune in next week for our last bit of Dead Space, or tune in tonight for our last bit of Dead Space. Sorry,
that's true. Yeah,
so it's one of those two.
We'll either be playing a new game right now that you all know, and if not, you're hanging out with us.
So check us out on Twitch while hanging out. Well, we are talking. On Twitch we do not mind if we spoil stuff as much on Twitch. So that goes for manga too sometimes. So just be aware. We'll always
we do have convos.
Yeah.
If there's ever anything that you don't want to hear, just type it in chat because if you're not typing, we don't know if you're there, if it's just on the background, which again, that's I feel like what a majority of anytime I'm watching Twitch, people, it's never just to sit there and watch them ever. I've never done that. So I've only just, they're in the background and then I'm like checking back in going like, oh, that was cool. Or they said something funny. So I look over or whatever. So, hey, you know what I mean? Everyone watches a little bit differently, but that's how I watch. So if that's how you watch and you're like, hey, don't spoil this for me, literally just type it in chat. Just go, hey, I'm reading this. Don't stop it. And we'll stop. So it's up to you. You decide your own fate. Come join us.
Or die.
And die, I guess.